Hey guys, I'm excited. Why? I had to stay home from the horses this morning because I had to wait, and then my husband wasn't sure whether he was working or not. It looks like he may be working, so he may be working till 7 p.m. So we're going to push the margaritas and manifestations back a little while, like maybe to 5 or 5:30. What do you guys think? What's a good time for you? Is it 5? Is it 6? What time is good for you? I'm going to do a longer fast today for this. Listen, so I just had an interesting conversation. I'm going to do the story first, I think, because then I can fill in the details of the intel, and then we can also talk again tonight. The guy who picked up the sup, I had no idea who he was. He was picking it up for his son. My husband is a prolific. He teaches people how to stand up paddleboard and kayak in the summer. So he was selling one of his old sup boards. Not really old, but basic sup boards. Because we are more advanced, he wanted to get something more for the dogs. So anyways, I waited. So the guy shows up right on time. He was awesome. We started talking what he does. He works in D.C., but he doesn't work in D.C. Like, he actually works in South Africa. He's a financial guy. He buys the banks and the intermediaries between the companies and the central banks. So we had a great conversation. So listen, there was a lot of details. He doesn't think Zimbabwe is ready because he knows South Africa. He works where he knows. He was born in that area. He was raised in that area. He's very familiar with it. He doesn't look it because he's a total big white guy. But anyways, but the point was we had a great conversation. He's financial. I'm financial. And I said, so what do you think about the Zimbabwe currency? And he was aware of it. And he goes, well, it's partially backed by gold. And then I asked him about the bonds. He goes, well, I don't know about that. He goes, because the country still has a lot of problems. So that was interesting. So then I said, Iraqi dinar. And he goes, now that's an interesting one. And I said, what do you know about it? And he started saying that how it was different than Kuwait because Kuwait had a lot to rebuild on because we didn't blow up Kuwait like we did Iraq. So he said Iraq has taken longer, but that's a very interesting play. He goes, I think it's about to change its value. And I said, did you hear about the 17 memorandums of understanding? He hadn't heard about that. He goes, that is an interesting play. I said, well, I invested in it. He goes, why? How did you get into that? I said, well, it's hard to, I don't think he's a person of faith because he'd watched the debates last night and he was like, this country's not in as bad a shape as Trump says, right? So I knew he was on the different side politically, but we had the same side financially. And we're trying to tie down his new sup board that he purchased for my husband, and he had no real system, so we had some time to talk. He thinks the Iraq is about to go too, just because of his contacts and the things he knows. He doesn't think, but according to him, he doesn't think the whole financial system is going to change anytime soon as far as a global currency reset. So I thought that was interesting. Things for you to think about based on a man on the street that I just met who actually is in that kind of business, doing that kind of work. So what do you think about that? Comment down below. I just thought that was crazy timing that I'm never here to sell. There are no coincidences in God's kingdom, in my opinion. The other thing is, from this summary, because my intel source, Secret Agent Man, sent me a ton of stuff right after I was done this morning because I had a standing appointment call that I had to get on, which made me a little weird this afternoon, so keep me in prayer. But one of the things was an article that said Iraq has increased their non-oil GDP to 6%, which is good. That's progress. Plus, they're doing a lot of other things. They have a lot of other things in the mix as far as utilizing different kinds of technologies to diversify their income. But this was an interesting article that he sent later. Challenges and opportunities for digital transformation and artificial intelligence in Iraq. Artificial intelligence is being used anywhere. Comment down below if you agree. My husband was just telling me that some systems are using AI, and it's a challenge for people as far as it's just getting into everything, okay? So it says the world today is witnessing a massive digital revolution that is invading all aspects of life, including education. The digital transformation in education and artificial intelligence has become an imperative to keep pace with rapid developments, improve the quality of education, increase interaction and participation, enhance the 21st century skills, and provide equal educational opportunities for all. But can the education system in Iraq join this digital transformation and use artificial intelligence usefully? And what obstacles does he face in applying technology in schools and universities? And what are the possible solutions to overcome those obstacles and take advantage of the digital transformation in education? These are the questions, they're obstacles. So he goes through and goes into all of that as far as education. But at the end of the conclusion was digital transformation and the use of artificial intelligence in education is an imperative to keep pace with rapid developments, improve the quality of education, increase interaction and participation, enhance 21st century skills, and provide equal educational opportunities for all. However, Iraq's education system faces obstacles to achieve the digital transformation, such as weak infrastructure, political interference, lack of training and efficiency, the digital divide, administrative corruption, and outdated curricula. To overcome those obstacles, the necessary steps and procedures must be taken by all parties concerned with education, including in the level of training, organizing regular training courses for teachers and teachers in the field of e-learning and technology to ensure that they are able to use digital tools effectively in the educational process. And they have a large population of youth versus we're like the opposite here in the U.S. So I just thought that was an interesting article that I wanted to bring to you because they really are focusing on their children and their future generations of their country, which I appreciate. So the other thing that Secret Agent Man said, he said, with some links he sent me that I didn't want to go into detail because it was just about, it said, no time, gotta go. Things are happening over here. We cannot speak. So keep your prayers up there, guys. Prayers work. So I'm believing this thing is done. So this is Caparoni. He said, until Iraq creates such conditions, passes laws, encourages investment, and Iraq begins to diversify away from dependence on oil, nothing will happen with the Iraqi dinar. That's Caparoni. He's always negative. Just know that and think about what this guy said. Intel, Frank 26, Firefly, the television is saying, Parliament Committee is saying there is a new number in the budget. They just admitted we have a new exchange rate, and they say they want to be in charge of it. They want to take control. They want to put some votes, saying the budget has numbers that will change, and that's unconstitutional without reading. It is a 15-day appeals process. Holly, based on Iraq's progress, things are definitely on track to being done. I see a combination of this sometime this summer, and it could go now or it could go later. We're of the opinion that it's going to go sooner rather than later, right? Everybody needs it. No one, and I mean no one, will know when. We are definitely in the end time of all of this. Mark Z. By the way, thank you, Mark Z, for sharing my name and the bank story that came through my group. I appreciate that so much, and thank you for whoever shared the clip with him. But Mark Z added, the chatter is screaming now, and I continue to hear from bankers to watch for it between July 4th and July 8th. Now, we all know next Monday is July 1st. That's when we're going to do our next membership Zoom. Our bi-monthly Zoom is going to be on the 1st versus the 30th because the 30th is Sunday. So on July 1st, we're going to do our next Zoom at 11 a.m. Eastern time. Look for the link sometime this weekend. Today's Friday. I'm glad it's Friday. I'm going to try to rest this weekend. So he's saying between July 4th and July 8th, Iraq has been very clear that they are moving toward that direction. Now, the 4th is Thursday. So that would be over next weekend. So you got plenty of time to prepare if you want to, get prepared in any way. Look at the pinned comment maybe. I can't imagine that they would keep all that security sanctioned at ATMs around the country for long. I look for something to happen sooner rather than later. I agree with you, Mark. Thank you for saying that. And again, thank you for mentioning me by name. That's new. I love you guys. I love everybody in this community, guys. I believe we're all important part of this process. I'm taking my earrings out because I'm going to change them out before I go see, because I'm thinking of still going to see the horses because they do really just ground me. They're my spirit animal, I swear. Frank 26, what sense would it make for Iraq to join the WTO at the program rate? I agree. Militiaman's latest said, I think he had a video last night that I didn't get to watch. It said Iraq's working party on the ascension of Iraq to the WTO. Probably the working story is that it's going to be July 18th. I don't know. I think we're waiting for a precursor to that, like a new rate. They have things that have to happen prior to that. So, guys, what do you think? I would like to know what you think. Comment down below. This is not as exciting as the one yesterday because I couldn't see the horses and I was waiting. I don't like waiting. It drains my energy. Anybody else like waiting? I detest waiting. So I was waiting on my husband. I was waiting on this gentleman that I didn't know pick up something, but it all worked out okay because he gave me his opinion. He goes, "That's interesting." He goes, I said, "Do you have any investments in it?" He goes, "No, not at this time. I have investments mostly in banks and companies in South Africa." But, you know, I appreciated his perspective. So, guys, what do you think? Comment down below. We do know that rates can be in the Gazette two days, Wednesday and Saturday. So tomorrow's Saturday. We can still pray. And I will let you know tonight when we go live for Margaritas and Manifestations if I get anything new from Secret Agent Man. But he said he was busy today. And so I respected his time, and it's evening over there. So I don't know what they're doing. So he'll let us know, or maybe he won't. I don't know. But guys, I love you all. I hope you like this summary. Please comment down below. Please share my content so that others can find us because I want this community to grow. And I love you all. It's 11/11. May God bless you, and happy Friday. Right? And I'll talk to you later. I don't know what time I'm going to do it. Just make sure you're subscribed and tap the bell. And I hope some moderators will be on. I know it's Friday night, but my husband, if he's going to work late, I figured I'd hang out with y'all. What do you think? I'll talk to you later. Bye.